If you are new to my channel, then welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I just started making video posts to my channel a couple of weeks ago, so this is relatively new to me, and I'm excited to see how this journey unfolds. This channel is going to be a bit eclectic in category, mostly of a metaphysical nature. I plan on uploading more informational videos on crystals and gemstones, as well as more informational videos on mythologies of spiritual beings recognized in various cultures around the world in my daily deity videos. I've been uploading both thus far, and I've really enjoyed doing that. Today I will be doing the tarot forecast for the astrological signs for the month ahead of September. We are under a very active sky this month. The first day of September, right off the bat, we have an annular new moon solar eclipse smack dab in the middle of the constellation of Leo at 15 degrees 15 minutes. And that's using the Sidereal and Vedic Astrology systems. If you follow the Western Tropical Astrology system, the solar eclipse will be happening at 9 degrees 21 minutes Virgo. And then later on this month, on September 16th, we have the harvest moon, which is the full moon lunar eclipse at the very beginning of the constellation of Pisces at 0 degrees 14 minutes. Again, that's using the sidereal and Vedic astrology systems. Using the tropical Western system, it will occur at 24 degrees 19 minutes in Pisces. So either way, both systems really recognize this lunar eclipse as being in Pisces. So it will be a very powerful eclipse indeed. Eclipses can be summed up as bringing radical and sudden changes in our lives that can be judged as good or bad by each person. I don't want to place good or bad values on change because to me, like the seasons, everything must come to an end so that the new can come in. I see eclipses as really shaking things up where there was stagnation and giving us a new start where there were dead ends. Life is a never-ending cycle comprised of big and small changes. Some people like it, some people don't. That's really up for each person to decide whether to welcome what is to come or not. Eclipses generally bring things to the surface that were once hidden, which is why the change can be felt as though the events are occurring suddenly. Oftentimes, though, these energies were already simmering below the surface to be released during this time. This is intended to be a video focused on tarot, so I won't be going into more detail about the astrology because this is not an astrology reading video. I will, however, be interpreting the energy of how the solar and lunar eclipses are affecting each sign from the tarot cards that I see in each reading, so I wanted to share a brief preface of that information with you beforehand. I'm really interested to see what the eclipses will be bringing us in the month of September. So I have picked a couple of cards here to represent the solar and lunar energies of the solar eclipse and lunar eclipse, the sun being the sun in the sky and representing the solar eclipse. It represents a lot of other things, but for this purpose, I'm just having it sort of show the solar energy of the sun being eclipsed. And then we have the moon, which is represented by the moon in the sky. It's the other luminary that is representing the lunar eclipse. So really also a quick interjection. If the video you are watching does not somehow resonate with you on a personal level, keep in mind these readings are very general. There are only 12 signs and 7.5 billion people in the world. You might consider also watching your moon, sun, rising sign, or whatever energy you feel best represents you. Or if you are so inclined, consider consulting a professional for a personalized reading. So with that being said, I am very excited to see how these energies play out for the 12 signs for this eclipse month of September. Let's get started with your reading. Hi Capricorn, this is your tarot forecast reading for the month of September. So I'm going to shuffle the cards. I'm going to focus on the sign of Capricorn. I'm going to focus on the constellation of Capricorn. And I'm going to focus on the image of the goat, this mystical sea goat. And I am going to focus on your ruling planet Saturn and any images that come to mind when I think of Capricorn, 10th house, sort of focus on that. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards and draw 4 cards. Sorry, I need to clear this. Okay. For the first week is the solar eclipse. The second week is going to be the second week of September. The third week is going to be the lunar eclipse, and the fourth week is going to be the fourth week. And then I'm going to pull out a message card for Capricorn, which is a focus card actually, and then the shadow card will be sort of the final message there. So let's see what September has for you, Capricorn. Okay. First week is the Sun. Second week is Judgment reverse. Third week is the Fool reverse. Fourth week is the Five of Wands. The message card is Strength. And then the Temperance card. Okay. Right, Capricorn. So for the solar eclipse week, we have the Sun. How appropriate, right? So this is about a new start for you is really what I'm getting. It's the reset button. The Sun is coming out again. There was, it's like almost like a new year. I know it's not your birthday time, but I do see it's like being a new cycle that's being initiated for you. And this is going to bring you a lot of joy and happiness. Vitality is also related with the Sun. And things are, you're going to really shine bright. I feel like you're going to have a little bit of energy, like an energy boost, okay? The solar eclipse is like, okay, I really see there's like this child here and he's very innocent, riding naked on this horse. So your childlike nature might come out this month, and I just see you being very open is what I'm getting. Like you're open to new opportunities and you're really being positive. Okay, this is like a card of optimism. This is going to be a great week for a lot of Capricorns out there. It's like really a card of warmth and joy and happiness and just sort of those general themes. I see it being a very, very good time for you. Okay. Second week is Judgment reversed. Okay. So, okay. We have some things that, there might be some things that you might not want to look at. Okay. And I'm getting that there are things that could be surfacing or coming to the surface. Okay. With this Judgment, it's like a call to freedom. Okay. A lot of you really want your freedom. And I'm getting that sort of the message here is freedom, okay? You might have a lot of playtime the first week of September or something coming up to the surface and it's like you don't want to look at it because you just want to have fun right now. It just looks like there's a time where here coming up, it's like if there's some difficulties that arise, it's sort of like you're going, like putting on your blinders in a way. And you normally take care of details in a very responsible sign, but in this case, I'm just seeing like there are some things that you just rather not look at, and that serves a purpose too. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. That's just sort of the energy that I'm getting, okay? The third week is the lunar eclipse. Okay, so this is the Fool reversed, and I'm getting just that it's a little bit crazy. This energy is a little bit crazy. It's ungrounded, it's unstable, okay? Don't make any choices right now that you might regret later. Okay, you're normally very like strong, practically minded sign, and I'm just seeing that there could be some things that you're overlooking or some mistakes. Don't jump into anything new at this time. I don't really feel, even though I feel like there's a new cycle that's coming, that's what I originally said at the beginning here, and I get the Sun is like coming out again after like maybe some clouds. Okay, there was a time where you kind of felt down or you felt tired and you're sort of getting your energy back. Okay, because you have this sort of energy, I do see this as kind of being like, you know, make sure to look before you leap, but I wouldn't actually leap. I feel, it's just saying like, don't be foolish, okay, with this card. Don't be naive is what I'm getting. And that's sort of perplexing to me because I don't necessarily associate Capricorn with naivety. But when you have the child here who's naked and sort of the young spirit, he's like, wee, happiness, everything is great and bright, and I don't want to look at the bad. And this is sort of like a Peter Pan syndrome card. Doesn't want to grow up. Okay, there's for some reason, it's like you're on vacation right now. You don't want to look at the responsibilities. I think that it's possible that things could come out. There's also a sun here, and I'm getting a lot of the solar energy with you, especially with this card too at the very end. We'll talk about that. But the sun is just really all about you and your personality and expression. Okay, so there could be something that you're trying out that's new. Okay, I kind of feel that you could be experimenting or exploring with something new, okay? And that's okay. And it's also saying like, okay, it's okay to make mistakes. This is sort of silly mistakes, but it's also could be symbolizing as like accidents kind of mistakes too. I'm not seeing other cards to support that you might be injured or anything, but I'm just saying like what I'm getting is like sort of just making silly mistakes, and it's okay. Don't be hard on yourself if you do. We're all allowed mistakes. That's how we learn and that's how we grow. Okay, since you're sort of going through like a exploration time right now, that's what I'm getting. Okay. Then we have the last week of September and your involvement in the group. I see there's like this group collaborative effort. I feel like a lot of you might be into like group sports or doing something within the group that's like a lot of energy and a lot of exertion that you're putting out. Okay, if you have like a boost of energy in September after a long period of feeling tired, you could be wanting to sort of get some of that energy out. Actually seeing you at a gym the last week of September where you're kind of working out with everyone, and or there's other people around you. Could even be like some sort of a meetup group where you're out hiking or doing something outside. Okay, so I also see that there, and if this translates to a work situation for you, could you see a little bit of healthy competition? That's good for you. Okay, there's a competitive spirit here, and it's not hostile, it's not aggressive, it's just hey, you're like within the group and you're sort of either trying to work together as a team, or you're kind of using other people's success as like your own measuring stick to sort of say, okay, this is my next goal. Okay, and you're sort of pushing yourself forward and trying something new. The focus card is strength. Okay, so this is all about keeping things under control. Okay, like I said, this is sort of like a happy-go-lucky, like 3 cards here where you're kind of like, it's not very grounded, and that's okay. But here it's like, okay, you need to sort of keep some of that energy, tame some of that energy, and this is about self-control. Okay, it's also about self-compulsion. If you have any compulsive issues, it's like, oh, I want to try this new thing. Just kind of know that we do have, this is eclipse season, and it's kind of crazy things that are being shaken up and new directions, but it's kind of like, okay, I need to sort of curb my appetite for everything right now. And also I kind of need to be a little bit, this is about moderation. Okay, I'm also getting that with the final outcome card here with temperance. It's about moderation, moderating things. Okay, finding a good balance of give and take, night and day, opposites, and things like that. So if this is diet related, it's like you may, what I'm getting also is like crash diets and then like working out at the gym. Okay, you need to sort of moderate things and keep a nice healthy balance. Again, there's this sun energy here. This card, the strength card, is a Leo card, which is ruled by the sun. Then you've got the sun card. Then you've got the Fool card with the sun in it, which is another solar energy, and you have the sun over here. So it's like a lot of energy this month. Okay, it just feels like pretty intense actually to me, and you've got it under control. You're keeping things moderated here, as long as you sort of keep a balance with your health and your diet and your sleep, and moderating things with fun and work, sort of keeping a nice balance there. So that's what I see for you for the month of September, Capricorn. And I'm going to go ahead and pull a Angel's Messages Oracle card for you. This is a deck that Vanessa Lambert has put out, and I just wanted to see what the angels have to say for you, Capricorn, in the month of September. Okay. Okay, so this is a beautiful message. It says, always be aware of angelic love. It is undemanding and unconditional. Okay, so that actually puts another added layer onto this, because since this card is a solar energy, is Leo. Leo is all about ego, but it's also about self-esteem. Okay, so if you've been feeling like maybe a lack of respect or love from other people, just know that you can give that to yourself as well to sort of soothe yourself. Okay. Yeah, it's about loving yourself unconditionally. Okay, and if you do make any sort of mistake, quote unquote mistake, okay, for the month of September, it's okay. And don't beat yourself up. Don't be hard on yourself, and just accept, like, hey, that's just what I decided to do in the moment, and I'm going to make a new choice. I'm going to make another choice. So this is all about really finding some sort of equilibrium in your life. And I really do feel it's about like self-love and healing for you. Okay. So yeah, this is the messages that I'm getting for you, Capricorn, for the month of September. And if you have any questions or comments about your reading, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below, and I will be sure to address them. And I wish you the most wonderful month of September, Capricorn. Thank you.